Welcome everybody! Bonjour tout le monde! Bon matin! Hey, we're finally here, the first cohort of the research and development program that you have all been lucky enough to be part of this journey with us. Alors, bonjour tout le monde, bon matin, on est vraiment heureux de vous accueillir ce matin. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. Make sure that you all put your microphones on mute as we have a lot of people who will be speaking today throughout the day. So just want to make sure that there's no background noise and you know, as we work all from home, any unexpected background noise could take effect. Alors, assurez-vous de vous mettre sur muet au cours de la journée. Excellent. Alors aujourd'hui aussi, on vous invite à mettre vos questions dans le chat. So do not hesitate to ask questions directly in the chat. We have a lot of people monitoring it, and as we see them come in, we'll make sure to answer any of your questions and encouragement words throughout the day. So without further ado, let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Potocki. I'm co-founder of MTL Green that worked a lot with all the folks that were part of this amazing program to make it happen. And we have the honor today to start the day with Timothy and Elham from AI Launch Lab, as well as Eunice and Ilias from Montreal NewTech. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. It's morning here in Montreal where I am.
Thanks so much, Monica. And I guess just to let everyone know, there should be interpretation at the bottom of their screen on the Zoom call. So you can click that and listen in French. So feel free to do that.
Oui, n'hésitez pas si vous voulez entendre toute la version en français, parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'informations. Il y a l'option interprétation en bas de la page où vous pouvez choisir. Toute la session va être disponible en français ce matin.
Of the vibe. Good morning, bon matin tout le monde. Ça fait plaisir de vous voir.
Okay,
Donc, c'est interprétation. So if I speak English, people can hear in French. Et si je parle en français, ils peuvent. C'est génial ça. C'est génial.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, so actually, I think if we speak in French, then the English people won't get it. But that's okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay. So yeah, how do we want to get started? Let's get into the introduction here. Did you want to say a few words, maybe, Ilias, to get us started?
Well, lovely. Of course, I thought that it would be Monica. And by the way, Monica, it's with the K, so I apologize. I wrote in the chat with the C, so my bad. Always good to recognize errors. So Monica, the hand is yours, but if you want me to start, I can go.
Yes, actually, yeah, let's begin. We'll hear from all the people we see today on the screen, but maybe Tim, tell us a little bit more about the program. What happens in autumn this year and in winter next year? Tell us maybe about the cohorts, the applications, the registration on the Saturday to kind of guide us through that. And then maybe I have a few questions for our panels over here, our members, Elham, Eunice, Ilias, and Tim.
Yeah, sure. So, well, first of all, I'm thrilled to have everyone with us. It's really amazing to see so many participants watching and that are going to be part of this program. For us, it's a big increase in the size of the program, and we were only really able to do that with the support of Montreal NewTech, as well as the generous funding from the Quebec government, from the Ministry of Economy and Innovation. So big thanks to them. And also, there's a whole bunch of partners that we have. I'm not sure if you can see some of them behind me over here. We definitely couldn't have done this without them. So big thanks to all of them as well. And other than that, I mean, you know, this program has been, we kind of started it in 2018, and, you know, we've gone through a lot of iterations to try to make it better. And I'm really excited for what the team has created for you for this summer cohort. It's our inaugural cohort for this year. We're going to have 3 cohorts going for the next 12 months. So one will be in the fall, one will be in January as well. And we really are targeting CEGEP technical students and undergrad students. And of course, we're also very lucky to have another bucket of people who are in the field already or graduate students. So thank you so much for all of you. It's going to be great to watch you all work together. But yeah, I don't want to keep talking. I don't know if Monica, if you want to ask somebody else to go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's great context, Tim. So yeah, let's hear a little bit more. Let's first ask, why are we here? Why AI Launch Lab and Montreal NewTech, research and development? What does that mean? Maybe Ilias, you can tell us a little bit about that.
Of course, it will be a pleasure. I'll try to be a bit bilingual because I'm from Montreal, and so like you figure it out with the translations and interpretation. Mais indeed, as Tim highlighted, and we started with AI Launch Lab like about 2 or 3 years ago, and the idea behind originally those discussions, and we did hackathons before, etc., was what is the future of work, and what is really the skill set that we need to be good citizens and be meaningful citizens, as well as contribute to our society, and ideally, be part of building it in the future. That's how it all started, basically. And of course, we love universities, and I'm not saying anything, of course, around the education system here, but the underlining is also when we see our teams, whether in Montreal NewTech or AI Launch Lab, even the participants, and even like the team members, the volunteers, the people who are usually university students, etc., they're lacking sometimes hands-on experience. And we kind of like were thinking, like, why not actually take tangible problems and make them a hands-on experience to either upskill or reskill some people. And it's not just about university students or CEGEP students, even though like this current program is about that. But imagine all the people in our society who maybe have not even an engineering degree. How can they be part of this future? How can they actually contribute to society? Because we believe fundamentally that everybody wants to contribute, and we all have like to actually do something if we want to be part of the next 10 years and ideally tackle some big challenges, not just like how to put food on the table, but ideally if we can do that while still tackling challenges in our society. J'ai réalisé que j'ai juste parlé anglais. Donc, je sais que Tim parle juste anglais, donc je vais faire ça super vite en français. Je m'excuse, Monica, corrige-moi si, évidemment, on est tous là pour apprendre. C'est la première cohorte. C'est la première cohorte, par ailleurs, pour les personnes qui sont avec nous dans la salle. C'est la première cohorte qu'on fait sous ce format-là. On va itérer là-dessus, donc on veut prendre votre feedback aussi. Mais l'idée derrière cette cohorte-là, puis on a eu la chance, merci au gouvernement québécois, au ministère de l'économie et de l'innovation pour nous soutenir dans cette démarche-là, c'est vraiment amener 2 organisations ensemble. Évidemment, avec le travail aussi de Montréal Green, je sais que vous faites un travail incroyable depuis très longtemps et on a eu la chance de collaborer ensemble, de finalement ramener ces 3 organisations-là à travailler ensemble, chacun tirer parti de ses forces pour se mettre ensemble et lancer ce programme de AI R&D, AI R&D Education or program itself. Et la raison fondamentale, c'était vraiment, et je vais essayer de faire ça vite parce que sinon je vais prendre toute la place, mais la raison fondamentale, c'est d'imaginer le futur ensemble, de voir les gens qui sont à l'université ou au cégep pour l'instant, mais aussi penser à tous les gens qui sont dans la société, qui peuvent y contribuer et qui ont besoin fondamentalement, au-delà des aspects théoriques, mais avoir une hands-on experience. Or, il y a des vrais problèmes à résoudre. Si on parle de la vision par ordinateur dans l'agriculture, on parle de problèmes même de logistique, de data, de supply chain, des robots, des trucs super excitants qu'on peut. Et en même temps, penser à la diversité et l'inclusion, comme il y a des défis autour des populations indigènes, etc. Donc, tout ça mis ensemble, de belles organisations qui veulent travailler ensemble, et les participants qui sont avec nous, et les participantes qui sont avec nous là aujourd'hui, je pense que ça va être une très, très, très belle cohorte. Mais en plus de ça, c'est juste la première. Donc, on veut prendre votre feedback aussi. On est en train d'apprendre en même temps que vous êtes en train d'apprendre. Donc, on veut avoir plus d'impact. Donc, si vous avez du feedback, donnez-le nous, partagez-le. Soyez indulgents aussi, c'est la première cohorte. Donc, ayez une posture créative et d'apprentissage, puis je suis sûr que ça va très bien se passer.
C'est de très belles paroles, Ilia. C'est très inspirant. It's so inspiring to be part of like this first launch, and that you will be shaping the program for cohorts moving forward, as you've mentioned. So let's know, you know, the elephant in the room is that obviously we're all virtual. There might be people from different cities together. Can you tell us more? How can people emphasize on collaboration through this program, learning, connecting in this virtual way? How did we ensure that the program will indulge everyone together? Maybe we can hear from Eunice on that one.
Merci. Thank you, Monica. Well, what I think I can add to Ilia's words is just what Attain mentioned, the opportunity we have right now to bring together more than one profile of students and more than one mandate. It gets just more diverse by adding people from anywhere in Canada, basically, because the limitations of physical locations are no longer there. So what we are trying also to do here is to include others, to challenge the incumbent. Who is the incumbent when we are talking about AI? It's basically PhD students or highly educated people which are doing awesome things on that, but the reality is that there is a need in the market to solve real problems. So this is one of the main outcomes from this program. We are going to include other people. We are going to diversify, or that's the goal, to diversify the critical mass of AI experts. Because who is an expert right now? The one who actually is working on it. And this is the beauty of this program, that when you get together with two beautiful organizations and awesome organizations like Montreal, NewTech, and AI Launch Lab get together and join forces, and the technical skills and the community knowledge and the community management and all the enthusiasm about AI, I think the result is a more diversified and strongest AI community led by the students and the real experts that to me are the people who are actually solving the problems, like the people who know and who understands which are the demands in the market and the people who can actually solve it. So to me, this is, and we are no longer limited by either cities or language, because I'm trying the translation tool and it's awesome. So yeah, I think right now this is an advantage that we should make benefit of.
Those are great words, Eunice. Merci beaucoup. Thanks so much. And you know, it brings me to the values of what's the culture of the program that we want to build. It's diversity, collaboration, working together. Maybe Tim, you can tell us a bit about that, and then we'll ask Elham about the 6 projects, how they came about.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think for both of our teams, as well as all of our partners, this is very, very important. We didn't want to just have a program that was going to reflect the biases of the industry that exists today. You know, we really want to have an AI ecosystem that reflects the demographics of society. So that means we really need to bring more women, more LGBTQ2S+, more visible minorities, people of different ages, people from different backgrounds, Indigenous people, etc. And I'm sure I'm forgetting categories, but we really want to be as inclusive as possible to make sure that everyone really gets an opportunity to be part of this field. And that's the only way that we can shape it to make sure that it represents the interests of all of us. And you know, beyond that, collaboration is really important as well. You know, my background is in AI. I've never worked in the field directly, but I do know that from what we've heard from partners is that our program tends to be there tends to be a lot more collaboration, and they're typically very shocked to see how people are really sharing. Different teams will even, you know, be helping each other out, as we saw in our last event, the Climate Crisis AI Hackathon. So these are the values that we really want to impart, and I would encourage everyone who's in this program to really, you know, make the effort to help out somebody who's in need. You know, I think that by helping others, we will also benefit by learning, but also it's just the world that we want to build. Good
words, Timothy, and all of you will see this culture being portrayed through the 8-week journey that you're onboarding on. Alors, c'est des valeurs que vous allez voir au fil de nos facilitateurs, tous les organisateurs que vous allez pouvoir découvrir au fil du programme de 8 semaines.
Et aussi, dans les défis, je voulais juste rajouter une chose, c'est aussi dans les défis. Pour compléter ce que Tim a dit, je pense que c'est important. C'est like you have to put your money where your mouth is, or like walk the talk, or whatever. Ouais. Sorry, I'm French speaker originally. Donc, il faut que les bobines, il faut que les bottines suivent les babines.
Oui, c'est ça.
En bon québécois. Mais la réalité, c'est que la diversité et l'inclusion, la diversité n'est pas ce qui est de l'inclusion, parce que tu as beau avoir une population diverse. Là, on a la chance d'avoir 3 femmes et 2 gars. Mais on a besoin d'une population diverse, mais on a besoin d'inclusion. Et dans cette inclusion-là, c'est aussi dans les défis qu'on donne. J'espère que tous les gens, les personnes qui font partie du programme ont jeté un œil aux défis, ont vu que ces défis-là sont ceux de créer l'avenir, mais c'est aussi de le faire de manière diverse et inclusive et de répondre à des vrais enjeux de société. So it's really also about the challenges, so that we walk the talk and choose the challenges that increase both our level of awareness around diversity and inclusion, but also the action that we can take towards that. So we see like indigenous. I don't want to like open the whole debate now. I think it's just the kick-off. But it's crucial that we are inclusive around the challenges that they're facing and imagine what we can build for the future for them. So and with them. And this is like a challenge on and in itself. How do we do something for someone, but with someone? And well, that would be a whole discussion, but I'll stop there.
No, those are great words and that speak a lot of truth. And on that note, I want to profit pour remercier le gouvernement du Québec de nous avoir vraiment généreusement supporté pour avoir nous aider à accomplir le programme ici. So a big thanks to the Quebec government for having supported the program and funded it very generously through their contributions. So with the few minutes we have left, maybe Elham, since you have worked a lot in the AI space, it's really your niche. Can you tell us these 6 projects, amazing and super interesting and diverse projects, how did they come about? How were they inspired? Can you tell us more how they were selected and a bit how they will allow our participants to make the most out of those?
Thank you so much, Monica. So I'm here for, like a candidate from AI team of AI Launch Lab. And I want to say that AI Launch Lab will bring a unique experience, that this unique experience that maybe you cannot get it at the university, or maybe and the time that maybe you have a job experience, because it's the combination of both of them. You can get a like research experience at the same time that you're working in a group of 3 or maybe a group of 10 people together working on a project. And about the projects, I would be very quick. And so we have 6 projects, as all of participants know about that. And these projects are in the application of AI in many different fields. We have a project in finance, we have a project application in agriculture, in competition art, sustainability, and climate change. And these are the topics that is like you can see that how AI can be powerful to make a role in different fields. And at the same time, they can actually learn different skills in AI. For example, computer vision. They can learn how, for example, use a time series, how they can actually solve time series problems. And about the classification, we have videos, we have image that they need to process. So yeah, we actually cover many kind of topics, which is the hot topics in AI. And I'm sure that at the end of the program, they will learn a lot of things and they improve their skills.
Amazing. We're very eager to see it. Yes, go ahead, Tim.
Oh yeah, just wanted to say, so Elham is our AI lead. She's a postdoctoral researcher, so everyone will have the benefit of her expertise in the program.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we are here to support. We are here to help all participants in managing the project at the same time of like bring more skills, bring more knowledge in AI and help them and support them.
Amazing. Thank you, Elham. On a très hâte de commencer sur cette aventure qui va nous apprendre beaucoup et qu'on pourra extraire le plus de vos connaissances, de ce que vous allez apprendre. Donc, on va vraiment apprendre ensemble et faire le futur meilleur avec cette niche, ce gros potentiel que AI a, l'intelligence artificielle a aujourd'hui dans quasiment tous les secteurs de l'économie. Donc, on a très hâte de voir la suite des choses. So I will thank the panelists so we can move through the day. We have a good agenda for all of you to extract the most out of today. You've seen the agenda. We have 2 amazing workshops. We have some information from all 6 of the projects. Well, you'll also learn from key mentors and AI support members and learn from what they can provide you through the 8-week journey, give you a sneak peek of what awaits you through this 8-week journey and how we will make it also fun and an experience that it's unique on its own. So please stay tuned, stay with us till the end of the day where you'll be able to meet with your teams and collaborate with others. So thank you again, Ilyas, Eunice, Elham, and Tim for joining us.
Thank you and enjoy the journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. So I think that now, guys, we want to show you something really special. We want this experience to be fun because obviously we're all in front of our computers. A document looks like another document. We want to make a theme for you guys that revolves around the galaxy space. If we think of AI and where the future, the most avant-garde innovations are moving forward, we see what's been happening in the last few years, and we thought this theme could be very interesting for all of you. Alors, comme vous avez vu dans les vidéos qu'on vous a envoyées par courriel dans l'introduction, je vais inviter avec nous Jason, qui est de MTL Green. So I'll invite Jason from our team to show you a very interesting tool where you'll be able to innovate, collaborate, but not only that, move your journey of 8 weeks through a galactic theme. So without further ado, Jason, show how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks, Monica.
Thanks.
And I love your enthusiasm. Thanks. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with you. You're so enthusiastic.
I know it's the morning, so my energy is still on the high level.
I know. I'm trying to catch up with my coffee here. But
that's it. You gotta chug a few extra sips, but I'm just kidding. But great having you, Jason. So yeah, probably all of you have seen both Jason and I on videos here. So Jason, show us a little bit. What is the galactic theme? What is Miro? How is this gonna be important for participants?
All right, great. Yeah. So we chose, like you said, we chose an application that's trying to bring everybody together from around different cities, and I feel like we're kind of pioneers in this. Like we're going through this in this way for the first time, the same way you guys are coming in for the first time with us. So we're inviting you to kind of explore this and then kind of help each other along this journey as we go through. So we created this application, Miro. I'm going to share my screen, and we're using it kind of as a map. You've probably already seen these videos, but let me see. I'll share my screen here. All right, there we go. I guess you guys can see the screen. So this application, so it's called Miro, and you can see already, if you're looking at it, you see there's already people like Jared, a guest writer. We have, we're just moving too quickly, Clovis, if around. So you already have the link that you got in your email. And so if you haven't already created an account, if you're not on it yet, I'd invite you to go do that as soon as possible, because we'll be actually using Miro a little bit later today in order to collaborate. And so what we set up is this. You've seen this main screen. You'll see this at first. And we have this big start here. So I hope it was big enough to get it. So we start here, and it'll lead you to your first video, which is series like, why am I in a spaceport? So why are we in a spaceport? And you'll see Monica and I do a little explanation that's a little more detailed. So won't do all that right now. So I just want to give you a high level of what this all represents. So since we're all kind of pioneers going through this journey together, we created this spaceport. So we're kind of going into space as our galactic theme. And within this spaceport, we started to populate different sections about, what tools, for example, you might need in order to do this. The orientation zone, and you click on the links inside these zones, you get the message from the founder that you might have seen in the email already, or information about the mandators. So sometimes it's a link to a video, sometimes it's a link to a document. It can be anything that we think that you would need. And this is a dynamic board. So as you can see, people are moving around this board. We may add things or delete things sometimes if they're not necessary as we're going through this journey with you. So that's why we're kind of saying, but this is it's a living board. It's not just a static map. It's a living board that we're going to be going through with you. So your feedback and everything is important for us as we go through, because it'll help us to make this better as we go through the process. Sorry, I'm doing this all in English for the moment. I know, je sais que c'est un programme bilingue, on va faire ça en français, mais aussi parce qu'on a un interprète qui est là pour nous aider. I think it's better just to keep in English for time for the moment, but we all do speak English and French when you want to communicate with us. So here is the launch lab. Once you've gone through all of this and understand a little bit more about the program, we get to our launch pad, which is going to be our final launching area to start in our journey. I'll get back to this again. So we're starting our journey. So each planet represents a different week. So week 1, where we're starting on Earth, it looks like our solar system, but it's not all in order of the planets per se. But here's like week 1. And in week 1, each docking station or docking bay is going to represent one of the projects. Right now it's just mission 1, mission 2. However, we're going to probably name them according to the projects. And within these sections, we're going to put the links that you would need in order to do your own project once it's selected. So any kind of information you think you might need will go there. And we're also going to be doing weekly submissions. So here will be the links to the submissions of whatever team you're on that project to submit your work for those weeks. So this is week 1. As we go through the next week, we'll be moving to a separate planet, and we're going to move the docking bays. So each planet will have the docking bay as well as we move to each planet. But we're going to wait to make these docking bays develop as it looks good for the first week, and then we'll add it to week 2. So we'll know exactly what we need, so we're not deleting and doing too much. And once we've gone through all the week's journeys and get to the last week, we're going here, we're going to try this and see how it goes. We'll create your own planet. So as we're all going through an kind of individual journey, but also a group journey, whatever result that you got to, we'll see what we can create here as like your own planet with your own presentations or whatever you've accomplished during this time. We'll try to showcase it here so that everybody has an opportunity to see what you've showcased. So we'll see how that goes. So that's high level. Again, I'd like you to go to this video right here, why I'm in a spaceport. You'll get the more details of all as we go through. And to learn a little bit more about Miro, we'll ask you to do a couple things. You can go here, it's like the guide. So there's a guide here on the right, getting started. You can understand a little bit more about how Miro works, how to copy images, how to move images, how to navigate. Information is here about Miro. Because one of the things that would be fun to navigate, it's not obligatory, but it might be kind of fun, is in this launch pad through the galactic theme, we have these little characters or spaceships. And you can select one for your team, or you can upload a new one if you want to get creative. I'll show you that quickly. If you go here and do a Google image search from this menu on the right, it'll bring up the menu and you can search any kind of image that you want. Even if it's like a car or something, you do a search and you can find an image and import it into the document by selecting it. And you can use that if you like to go around or take another spaceship or take an astronaut or take whatever, but get creative. And whatever one you choose, you can take it. And just so we understand where you are in the journey and so other people know how you're going through the journey, you can move it and bring it. If you're here looking at workshops, you can move it there. If you're on a mission, you can move it there. Choose one of your own, or when you're at your week journey, you can move it into your docking bay. Okay, I just kind of froze for some reason, so I think but you can move it into your docking bay. So anyway, this is for fun. Have fun with us. You can see the ones. I hope you are actually seeing this because I'm not sure what happened to my frozen computer.
That's great, Jason. And here I'd like to add on that this board includes all the participants. It doesn't mean it's only the people of your team that you'll be working on or that project that you selected. It can support all the participants at once. So we'll even have little hidden Easter eggs for you there, little hidden gems that you'll be able to find even on the social side. So feel free to move it. It's a world, a virtual world where you can make it your own, kind of like a whiteboard. So thanks so much, Jason. I think the participants will have a lot of fun. And the goal here is be creative, be different, use it, have fun to make the experience a bit more joyful, and use your imagination throughout it.
That's it. Just have fun with us. Work with us. We've made this for you as like a map to help guide your journey. And with your feedback, we're going to work on it together, and we're just going to have fun with this. We're doing this the first time, just as you are. So just have fun with us.
Awesome, Jason. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So let's welcome back Tim back on stage, where we'll be ending the live stream shortly. But maybe, Tim, before we end it and then explain the first portion of this morning or of the day, can you tell a little bit how people can view things throughout the day?
Yeah, for sure. So I would definitely, anyone who's watching who didn't have a chance to apply for this particular cohort, we do have one in the fall, as mentioned, and then in January, but also we have an ongoing workshop series, which starts today. So it's very easy to sign up for that. You can sign up for it on Eventbrite. So if you find it on our social media, you can just register. Also, we'll be streaming that live on YouTube and Facebook, etc. So you can also watch it that way. But for a little bit more interaction and the ability to ask questions and things like that, definitely encourage you to register. Tell anyone who you think might be interested about it. We definitely want to support as many people as possible. And just one last thing is, I really want to reiterate, we're here for you, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us if there's any issues, no matter what. I know that we can't be everywhere, so we can't monitor everything. Definitely sometimes, things might happen, people might be rude or whatever, and we want to ensure that we're there to kind of help out as needed. So, but also for everyone else, if you notice that there's any interactions that you see that are not nice or harmful to other people, definitely call that out and let us know about them, because we want to make sure that this is a fun experience for everyone.
Thank you, Tim. Very well said. Alors, merci tout le monde. Maintenant, on va procéder à la partie de la journée. On va se séparer dans des salles différentes. So we're going to go into different breakout rooms. So for this purpose, we will stop the live stream. That said, we want to thank you once again for participating. Thank you for all the partners. Be open. This is an open, safe space. So all of us are very acute and open for any type of communication, feedback, learning. We're here to shape and learn. So definitely don't hesitate, like Tim has mentioned.
Yeah, and also just one other quick thing is definitely want to thank everyone on our team, on MTL Green's team, on Montreal NewTech's team, on our partners who's been tirelessly working to kind of build this program and get things ready. I just want to make clear, even though the government is very generous in funding us, everyone is definitely making less money than they could in the private sector. So we are a nonprofit, and as is most of our partners. So definitely be nice to our team. They're here because they want to help. Nobody's here to try to make money. So thanks everyone.
Merci tout le monde.